It's a highlight. Glass in my palm like a trophy. Gold on my wrist, that's the old me. New year, new flight, same nosebleed. Still from the mud, but I rose clean. Big body dreams in a compact lot. Turn side hustles to a stock buy box. Mama in the front row, tears on lock. Prayed all decade for this one pop. On a quiet storm in a silk suit, baby. Pressure in my chest, turn the dark soft wavy. Time tick tick, but I move like maybe. I've been the clock hands.
Bottle pop, truth drop, welcome to the show. Champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you gonna glow.
Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex. To the show, champagne secrets, let your power grow. Every video, spark, ignite your inner light. Raise a glass to the future, shining bright. Empowerment is the code, we decode. Unravel mysteries, life's own secret load. Step by step, tap in, find your flow. With champagne secrets, you're gonna glow. Unlock the strength within you, watch it bloom. Life's a canvas, painted every room. Through ups and downs, cheers to what's next. Champagne secrets, life's complex.
Second and let's talk. Yo, DJ, roll that beautiful champagne footage.
Confidence? What is your profession? What is your profession? Nothing but soldiers and empowerment over here.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
There's so many young people out here. What they doing? Look, I'm watching too. Y'all watch that. There's too many young niggas out here. That's why they stop. Is they into it? Oh! 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 Oh my God! Oh, he did that! My guy, look, come here! Come here! Batman! Batman! Batman, come here! Y'all better find y'all people. Somebody dead over there. Oh my God! There's somebody dead. They laying on the ground. Batman, come here! Batman! Come here, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Come here. Come here. I got you. Come here. come here. I got you. 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 Oh no. Y'all stay right here. Sit down. Sit down. I gotta find Jamaica now. Sit down. Y'all stay right here. Stay right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Stay right there. Stay right there. That baby dead. Oh my God. I'm on live. Where your mama at? Rico, you found Carly? My mama. Girl, they just did all that in front of us. They just did all that in front of us. That baby dead. Where your mama at? Call her phone. Call her phone. Call her phone. My mama, I got my phone. Somebody help him.
Who they shot? They got the ball?
Yeah, they shot him. He pulled the gun out right in front of us. We right there. Everything happened right there in front of us, y'all.
We can't get off. I'm so glad you laid down.
I don't know where your mom is. I don't know where she is.
Get them bitches. Get them little bitches. Every last one of them bitches.
Girl, he pulled it out right in front of us. I don't know, it wasn't him. It was another boy. But it happened right there in front of us. I ain't never been so scared in my fucking life. See, something told me not to come. Something told me not to come to Clinton. I ain't never seen no shit like this before in my life. This don't make no sense. My baby is screaming and hollering. You okay? You okay? You okay? I don't know. We trying to find Jamaica and them now. I know you scared. We finna go. Wipe your face. Come on. That boy laying on the ground, y'all. I don't know if he dead. They working on him. I don't know if he all right or not. Y'all come get y'all people. They just killed that boy. I don't know if he dead. Let me stop. I don't know if he dead. You stay right here. Fat man done left me. Don't never run or wait. You did the right thing to run, but wait on me. Shit. I know it's a life or death situation, but you got to wait on me. Hold your sister's hand. Get your sister's hand. That don't make no sense. Y'all come out here in front of all these people. You beefing with somebody, do that shit on y'all own time. All these motherfucking people out here, and you just go up in the crowd and shoot like this. Yeah, I was looking at him from the door, but he wasn't the one that shot. It's another dude pulled out and shot. I don't know if the boy dead or not, y'all. But they shot him. Stop crying, baby. I know you scared. I know you scared. I know you scared. Stop crying.
Yeah, I just want to press pause really quick. Now, it ain't even my time to come up here and talk to y'all, but Mama, I need you to understand that there are no rules to survival. The baby's fight or flight came in, flew in, and he took off. Yeah, we can't wait for you, Mama. Mama, when baby started running, you should have started running. You should have had a conversation with the Lord and said, feet don't fail me now, because that baby was in survival mode. I am not mad at Fat Man. Fat Man was trying to get to safety. He did as he was instructed to do. Now, Mama, just because we done got a little older. Because don't get me to run. Give me a weapon or something. I'll shoot my way out. Cut my way out. And I'll fight my way out. But run? No, baby, that ain't going to work. It ain't going to work.
Got you. I got you. I got you. This shit's sad, bro. You can't even... Yeah, this shit's sad, bro. You can't even go out and enjoy yourself. In front of us, like right there in front of us. You didn't worry about if it's kids out here or not. You just went to shooting, bro. This shit's sad as fuck, bro. This shit's sad as fuck, bro. Who is this baby? People. Stay up here. Stay up here. I'm finna walk and see if I see Jamaica and them. Stay up there. They working on the baby, y'all. I don't know if he dead or not. I'm scared to go back in the crowd. This shit don't make no sense. I ain't gonna go back out there, because they might start back shooting. fucking a Mardi Gras parade turned into a fucking murder scene. This shit don't make no sense. All these fucking babies out here, bro. This sad. It's sad.
Start by telling us kind of how the hearing went today and what came out of it.
Yes, Sam DeQuilla, District Attorney, East and West Feliciana Parish. So we had a hearing today, a continued custody hearing. When a juvenile is actually charged with a crime and they're placed in detention, we have to have a hearing within 72 hours to determine whether the detention was lawful under Children's Code Article 305. And we did that today, considering the nature of the offense and the charges that were actually presented under the Children's Code Article 305. We were actually able to move the proceeding from a juvenile court proceeding to an adult court proceeding. So he will be charged as an adult.
You also mentioned that you might be looking to move him to an actual prison instead of a juvenile detention center. Is that the case as well?
Hopefully that he will be moved to an actual prison. That's the sheriff's call on that.
Okay. Do we have any other updates on when a trial date might be set or anything like that?
No. Initially, when somebody's arrested or initially charged, they'll be set for an arraignment. The arraignment date will probably be set in about a month or two. I believe the sheriff's office, and they could speak a lot better or more on this. They're still doing some investigation, and once the investigation's complete, or we will get a arraignment date set timely.
Are we able to get his name now?
You are. You want me to do it? Okay. Okay, so the individual that they took out of juvenile court and charged today is Malik Liggins, M-A-L-I-K-L-I-G-G-I-N-S, Malik Liggins. He's, I think he's 15. He will be held right now in a jail that is set up for juveniles. That there's still some rules and laws about how you have to hold them when they're under 18. So he'll be in with a group right now, and that meets those standards. He is charged with obstruction of justice, principal obstruction of justice, principal attempted second-degree murder, and reckless discharge of a firearm at a parade or demonstration. So that is what came out of the situation today with Malik. Now, I believe we can say his name. I've looked at it. Y'all can check it out if you're not comfortable with it, but I'm pretty sure that we can call his name now because he is being charged with an adult. We made a report yesterday that we were going to have more arrests, and we have the report today that we do have another arrest with those same charges that I said just a minute ago. Philip Williams, AKA Choppa, and he was picked up today by the Louisiana State Police Fugitive Task Force and in Baton Rouge, and he will be charged for those same things.
Do you have an age for him by chance?
I think he's 25. I have a date of birth I can give you. And I don't know if we'll be able to have a mugshot today because we got to get him from there to us and book him. And he's got some issues in Baton Rouge. So we'll try to get you a mugshot. I think we'll be able to release Malik's mugshot today as well.
Can you kind of speak about, you had mentioned over the weekend that you believe this is gang affiliated. Can you kind of speak to me about that? But also, there's a 15-year-old was in court in connection to this. Can you kind of speak about these juveniles being involved with something like this?
Well, it's a really bad thing, but it's a reality. I mean, it's happening. And this is a good example of what happened today. Our goal right now is to break down this whole incident. And we have good information, good evidence, but it's taken some time because there's a lot of things that was going on with a lot of people. Kevin Gary here is our chief investigator, and we have a really good crew of people helping us. We have Louisiana State Police CID. We have Zachary PD. We have one detective from West Feliciana Sheriff's Office, and several others that are helping us with this investigation. And we have a really good crew that I believe is going to get to the bottom of everything, even to the point we feel of who pulled the triggers.
Do you have any updates on the victims?
Yes. As DA DeQuilla said a while ago, the victims have, thank goodness no one's not died. But I don't want to give names of the victims today. I will say that one of the victims that was reported shot in this was actually Malik Liggins. He got shot, but he's also a perpetrator in the event. The other people that were shot, as far as we know, they're not part of this. and obviously some innocent people, and the 6-year-old that we've reported on, they're all in stable condition. Now, one of the female victims, as I understand it, very likely could be paralyzed the rest of her life. So that's sad, and it's our job to bring justice to this situation, and we're going to do everything we can.
This is a really small town. How do you
Yes.
think this is going to impact the community?
It's very impactful, I think. I can let the DA speak on that too, but I think it's very impactful because this is a town that we don't usually have that. The locals that were here Saturday, it's not something that they're used to in this community. So it's got a major impact because most of the people just want to come and have fun at the parade and celebrate Mardi Gras. And it's a shame that things like this happen. That is, it's terrifying. I'm sure that there's people, I've heard several accounts from people that were there the other day that were horrified. And I think it's going to have an impact on them to be involved in that and to see that.
And hopefully we are going to send a strong message that this type of behavior is not going to be tolerated. Mr. Garrick's working on it. He's informed us this morning they came across another victim. Like the sheriff was saying, luckily all our victims have survived. It happened right at the southwest corner of the Courthouse Square, which we're standing right now. And the latest victim, I think, was grazed by a bullet. We're just really lucky not to have any fatalities in this matter. And we're going to send a strong message that this behavior will not be tolerated in this community.
Right. And as the DA said about this victim that Mr. Garrick found out, we found out about it at 10 o'clock today. So there's still a lot of things going on that people are coming to us and telling us, and we urge them, if you have anything, come to us, let us know. They can reach us at the sheriff's office here in Clinton, but we don't want to leave one stone unturned, because we want to put these people away and have justice like it's supposed to be.
And as the sheriff just says, please, any information that can be provided is going to be beneficial.
Yes.
Videos, audios, hearsay, anything that you can have, please cooperate and submit the information to the sheriff's office.
What is the parish doing to try to crack down on on gangs coming around? I know other parishes have expressed concerns about this as well.
Some of the gangs in this area, they're not just having issues in one parish. They're having issues in all the surrounding parishes around Baton Rouge, So, for us, what we do is we try to run extra criminal patrols once or twice a week in addition to our shift to see if we can see any of those kind of things going on and make a better presence, hoping that nothing would happen. But, this was a terrible thing for gunshots to be fired with all these people in here. That's just not something you think would happen, but it's horrible. And I think it's next level to other stuff, to have innocent people there and have a shooting there that innocent people get hit.
We mentioned before, obviously stuff like this doesn't happen here. Unfortunately, this has made national news. What's kind of the reaction from you guys and just your message for the public moving forward as you start to get the details and everything?
Again, this behavior is not going to be tolerated. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure it does not happen again and to bring justice to these individuals and justice to the victims.
Where are his parents in Portsmouth with him?
Yes.
Are you aware of any other parades in the parish you might cancel after?
Well, we've always had a parade on Mardi Gras Day in Wilson, Louisiana. And it's really small. It's on Mardi Gras Day. Most of the time, the only people that come to that is locals around Wilson and kind of around the parish. But it's usually very small. But in light of what happened Saturday, their administration with the town has put out that they're not going to have a Mardi Gras parade. They canceled it.
Now, I'd like to say the sheriff's office did have a very strong police presence at that Mardi Gras parade. The state troopers, they had West Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office that were involved, Norwood, Wilson, all our small towns were represented, and they were standby or extra duty police officers that were here along with the Clinton Police Department and the East Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office. And it still happened.
One thing I'd like to add is that, at the DA said we did plan to have plenty of people here and we were prepared. But sometimes when you're prepared, even then, if someone does something like this, you don't know, But I can tell you this: every single law enforcement officer in the area run to the shots being fired, and they did a good job.
There might have been different outcomes, because I know in the videos that we saw circling around social media, there were officers and deputies right there in that area, so having them there actually benefited this.
Absolutely, and like I said, they did a great job. It could have been worse if we didn't have as much presence and much help, when the incident started, but when they got involved in it, they got it shut down, and they got the people back, and everybody ran to the gunfire. And that's something that you train for, you hope will happen, and these guys did it. They deserve a lot of credit for how they reacted to this.
I've heard from a local that there was like a gang tip-off to the police department. That's why there were so many.
No, ma'am. That's not why there were so many.
Okay. Okay.
The reason there were so many, and I don't want to say that's kind of what we've tried to clear up. We didn't know this was going to happen, but there were a couple of parties that were scheduled to be after this. So you had the parade, which typically is a lot more people than what were here this Saturday because it was so cold. But on the backside of it, you had two different places that they were having after parties. And one of them we've had in the years past, we had a lot of people into it. So we had a lot more law enforcement here, really thinking that we was gonna have a traffic jam, was gonna have problems with the after party after the parade. But we were prepared for the parade as well with enough people.
What's kind of your message for the community who's seen this and you're like, you know what, I don't think I want to go to any more events in my town? What's your message to them?
Well, I mean, in light of what happened there, I wouldn't blame them for feeling that way. This is not the only place in the world that we see this. It happens in mass crowds, and we've seen it all over the country and places. So, I would just say that if you do, you need to be observant and be careful. But I really don't blame them for feeling like they wouldn't want to do it because of the events that happen a lot of times now.
I think that's pretty much everything. Is there anything else you guys want to add to let people know about?
Thank you all for coming.
More arrests are coming.
How many do you anticipate?
Can I say that? I mean, 2 to 3, maybe 4.
We're still investigating, so.
Yeah, it's hard to say because we do know of more that we are going to have, but it's under investigation right now. We certainly don't want to get too far ahead of that. And we can't say a whole lot because Mr. DeQuilla has kind of got to monitor what we say because he's the one that's got to prosecute this, and we don't want to give out too much information that would cause him an issue to prosecute.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, did y'all clock that T real quick? Y'all remember how when we was talking before, and y'all know how all our stuff somehow seems to fit with all the rest of the stuff, and I keep telling y'all that y'all got to be careful the kind of stuff that you release and the kind of questions that you ask because it can interfere with the investigation. See, some of y'all thought I was just talking, right? Y'all ready to get into it? At the end of the day, I don't care how old they were, lock them up. I don't care what color they were, lock them up. At the end of the day, this needs to stop. It's a doggone sin and a shame before God that nobody can go outside and have a good time. You got to be afraid if you go to the carnival whether or not you and your kids gonna make it back home safe. No, lock them up. Throw the book at them. There's no such thing as they're children. They're children. No, they weren't thinking like children when they picked up a gun and pointed it. I don't give a damn. I'm tired. And I know it's a bunch of other people tired too. Enough is enough. Can we just go back to when kids could walk to the neighborhood park? Has it been so long ago that y'all forgot what it was like to walk to the neighborhood park? Okay, y'all didn't do that one. Let me do one better. Did y'all forget what it was like to walk to the corner store as a child? Walk to school. I don't know about y'all, but see, when we were kids, our bus stops weren't in front of the house. No, not our bus stops. We had to go about 2 to 3 blocks over, maybe around a corner or two, as a child to catch the bus to go to school. Do y'all remember the time? Now you can't go to church. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to the picnic. You can't go to the park. You can't go for a walk. You can't go on a date. You can't go to a parade. This needs to stop. Period. But y'all, let's get ready to get into it. Please do me a favor and make sure y'all have those champagne glasses in your hand. You ready for the show? This was just a pre-show. Y'all know we had to do our jokers a while, but there's no way I couldn't throw that in there so that y'all could see this foolishness. And unfortunately, a 6-year-old baby lost their life. This shows you how immature this generation is, and shows you that this generation don't need BB guns, pellet guns, air guns, less known real guns, because how is it you point blank up on each other and don't hit your target? Never. Come on now. This is what happened when they got rid of Reading Rainbow. When they stopped pushing kids to watch Sesame Street. I don't give a damn because the people thought Elmo was gay. Whatever. Elmo kept us busy, entertained, and helped us learn. When the only TV that kids could watch when they got out of school was the after school special on PBS. Was it PBS? Come on now. We have a problem. And our children are in trouble. And I don't want to hear none of that, the usual suspects, dumb shit. Because it's usual suspects on both damn sides. And it's high time that we get off our high damn horses of who's superior and who's more superior than who, and take our eyes off each other and put them on these damn kids before we turn around and ain't no kids. Because they done all wiped each other out. While we pointing the finger at everybody else except ourselves. We became too lenient. It was us. We stopped having a standard. It was us. We stopped teaching our children moral values and having a moral code and a moral compass. It was us. We are the reason why you got children of the corn and little seeds of Chucky running around terrorizing the entire world. While we applauding and thinking it's cute because it can get them a like, click, and a view, which can go viral, which can potentially get them to the bag. So forget morals, forget standards. As long as it produces a bag, you got mamas and daddies out here saying, do what you want to do. Forget the haters. And now look. Can't nobody go nowhere and enjoy nothing without fear that Nuck and Day gonna show up and act a damn fool, or Connor and Billy gonna show up and blow the whole damn thing up. Ain't nobody exempt in this. But we busy, Black Power, Black FBA, white supremacy. Go back to your country. Our kids running amok, tearing up everything. Our kids gonna have us in the middle of the Hunger Games and Squid Games if we not careful. If we not careful. Because we letting baddies and Now That's TV tell us it's cute. We got a problem.
However, thank you for joining me for our Joker's Wild on today. Let us get ready to get into the show. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? Let's go.
Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same rules, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. It's our time, it's our highlight.
All right now, Champagne Gang, FizzFam, confidants, and visitors to the Champagne City. Welcome in. Come on in. Grab your belongings. Grab your friends. Invisible or not. Whatever the case may be. Look, I don't care. When I was young, I had a pet purple dragon. So don't tell nobody but God. So if you got an imaginary friend, it's okay. You know, some of y'all houses got special visitors in them. So just turn to your special visitor and tell them, come join you in the Champagne City. Make sure you grab your charger. Make sure your glass is filled to the rim. Make sure you say hi to a few people in the chat because we nice over here. Yep, we nice and friendly. And we ain't got no time for no foolishness tonight. So come on in. And if you just watching in the background, that's fine as well. Thank you for your like. Thank you for your view. Thank you for joining us on today. Before we get ready to get into our topic on today, y'all already know we got to get into our positivity and affirmation. So please, please do me a favor and grab your glass and raise it high in the air. Let's get ready to wave it around like we just don't care. Not too much because we don't want it to spill. The only thing we spilling tonight is the tea. You ready? So today we're talking about still rising. See, we don't talk enough about the kind of tired that sleep can't fix. The tired that comes from carrying disappointment quietly so nobody calls you negative. We don't talk enough about smiling in public while privately wondering how much longer you can keep rebuilding from pieces nobody ever saw you break. But hear this clearly. We are not behind. We are becoming. Becoming the version of us that doesn't beg to be chosen. No. Becoming the version that doesn't shrink to keep rooms comfortable. No. Becoming the version that understands loss was redirection, not rejection. We have survived days that tried to convince us we wouldn't. We have stood back in moments that should have taken us out. We have learned how to hold ourselves together when no one else knew we were falling apart. This is not weakness. This is training. Training for the weight of the life we're walking into. Training for the rooms that require presence, not permission. Training for peace that doesn't depend on who stays or who leaves. So tonight, we take our glass and we raise it high in the air and we remind ourselves we are allowed to outgrow people. We are allowed to change our minds. We are allowed to protect our energy like our life depends on it because it does. We are not too late. We are not too much. We are not too damaged. We are still rising. And this time, we rise without asking who's coming with us. And if you believe that deep down on the inside, let's toast. Ladies and gentlemen, confidants, welcome to the Hennessy Zone. Straight talk, no chaser. This place was created for those topics that require, well, a little something stronger than just champagne. Over here, we think and drink responsibly. Now let me give you a disclaimer. Everything discussed in the Hennessy Zone, all of the commentary is based on my opinion, and it's done so in accordance with the Fair Use Act, which allows for these discussions for the purpose of entertainment and teaching, because there's wisdom to be gained from everything, whether it's good or bad. Now, we don't attempt to solve cases over here, but we do discuss them. And I love to hear your opinions about each of the cases we discuss. So please do me a favor and drop in the comments and let me know what you think about today's case. Come on in. Make sure you please do me a favor, if you don't mind. Hit that like and subscribe button on your way in. Also that notification bell so you'll be notified when we jump into whichever sector we jump into for another show. Now tonight we are continuing where we left off on last night. And we left off last night discussing this situation with stepdaddy Dro, Tyrone Davis, and with Lulu, his girlfriend, and this cabin trip that turned into a beautiful nightmare, right? And yesterday, I wanted to ask you guys a question, because you all know that anytime we deal with a story, we're always looking for the message in the story for us. Like, how can we take this story and relate it back to us so we don't make the same mistake, right? So yesterday we started talking about love and what love is and what love was, right? So we just gonna do a brief little recap, and then we're gonna get into what Lulu had to say, because she has finally come out. There has been so much going on. I've seen everything from this girl is in a secret society to, because she's Haitian, she does voodoo and hoodoo and all kind of other do. Now, I haven't seen anything to verify this, although I've heard people say it's out there. If you have any of this information, please drop it in my Discord. The Discord is in the description of every video. And I would love to check it out, and we'll jump on a live. I'll create a panel just so we can talk about it. But don't do too much, because it's been too much going on a lot of panels in the last week when it's regarding this case. And whenever anyone comes out to sow division when it comes to a case, it makes me start questioning what this case is really about. Because this is one of those cases that has been extremely interesting, because there's so much information out there, but not enough information out there. You kind of like how we discussed when we were talking about the David case, right? When we were discussing David, we talked about how there was so much out there with the David case to say who did it, but not enough out there for real, to arrest somebody and say they're guilty. Same thing with this. As much as people try to throw out there, yep, you can say she was the only one with him. How do you know that? That's speculation. Hold on. We got to always remember. Where did it go? Hold on. This is what you got to always remember.
You know that. It's not what you know, Clyde. It's what you can prove in court. You know that. It's not what you know, Clyde. It's what you can prove in court.
So when we're having all these discussions about what we know and who said they know and who came out and said they know and who put the paper down and said they know and who threw the Instagram that knew and who TikTok knew and all this, it's not what you know. It's what you can prove in court. I tell anybody all the time, get you a paper trail for anything that you got going on in life. If you discussing business, if you discussing something serious, like an exchange with the kids, with your baby daddy, baby, you better text. Sir, if you having a problem with your baby mama and she tripping when it come to your children, stop going back and forth to her and establish a paper trail. Stop communicating with her through text. You can't argue a paper trail. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. This is what trips us up a whole lot of times because we know a whole lot of stuff, but we can never prove it. That's why you got the whole world now talking about the receipts. Y'all better start keeping your receipts. Because right now, in a case like this, in order for her to be guilty, you got to have receipts. Where are the receipts? Not just the speculation. Not just the he said, she said. Not just the I pieced this with this, so it must be. What can you prove? Because again,
you know that. It's not what you know, Clyde. It's what you can prove in court.
Hold on. Clock it. Is what you can prove. So y'all listen. Where do I want to go? I always want to show this clip because I always want to show y'all so that y'all can see. You can't always believe the hype just because you see the hype and just because the hype look good. To think that it is what you think it is. Just because it looks like it on the surface. Don't make it that on the inside. Do you know how much y'all should understand that? Because some of y'all are dating that. Some of y'all fell in love with what looked good on the outside. Then after you fell in love and really let it in, then you realize you married the facade and the monster came out after you committed. Grass ain't always greener. You don't know what the water bill look like. You don't know if it's synthetic. You don't know how often it's got to be replaced to keep looking that good. You don't know what the upkeep is on it. You don't know what's going on underneath it to keep it looking that way. You don't know what's going on in the relationships or in the lives of other people. You don't know. You don't know. You're not there. Even if you were part of the family, guess what? You ain't there. You ain't there. You ain't there every day. I have a daughter that lives on her own. Right? I can only tell you what my daughter does in her house when I'm at her house, visiting her house. I can't tell you what goes on in my daughter's house when I'm not there. If someone told me there was something she did or didn't do in her house, I couldn't defute it. Why? Because I'm not there. Only thing that I can do is attempt to speak to an individual's character, but as we've seen, characters can split and flip in the heat of a moment because half of y'all really don't know what love is. Half of y'all really don't. Hence why we started having the discussion on yesterday about what love is, according to the book that describes what love is, which is Corinthians. Our roadmap that tells us what love is, but also tells us what love is not. Because we want to look at, hold on. We want to look at the cuteness. This is what we want to look at. And we want to get excited by the cuteness. And let me tell y'all what's really going on and what Lulu is dealing with right now, right? To be honest with you, what Lulu is really dealing with on the internet is she's dealing with the, how do I put it? How do I put it? The reason why so many women right now are covering this case is because right now to the world, she is Eve giving Adam the fruit. There it is. She is. She's Eve giving Adam some forbidden, but unfortunately this Adam didn't make it out. Whether or not she's guilty, what she's experiencing right now is the anger, the rage, and the disdain of women with whom she's ruined their fantasy. Their fantasy has been destroyed. You had, speaking of Lulu, Lulu had what they wanted but couldn't find. And they're looking at her saying, you had what I wanted and you effed it up. How dare you? I want your head for me not being able to find what you had, but you had it and you unalived it. So not only do you no longer have it, but it's no longer here to find somebody that will reciprocate the love he was trying to give out. That's what Lulu's dealing with right now. She's dealing with the anger of single women looking for their Boaz, can't find them, and all of a sudden their eyes, because of Auntie Natasha, have turned to this young man who's no longer here. But in every video they see on the internet, he's showering this girl with love and telling this girl how much he loves her and how much he want to be with her and how he'll do anything for her. And he always want her with him, and she gotta be in his skin and he gotta be in hers. And they looking at her like, how dare you, you harlot. You tramp, you slut, you whore, you Jezebel, you succubus, you demon. She kind of looked like one of them succubuses from Hellraiser, one of his little demons. That's how they looking at her right now. Because I'm a good woman. I know I'm a good woman. I'm a good woman. And I've been praying for God to send me a good man who gonna love me the way I deserve to be loved. And I can't find me a good man, and here this tramp go right here. Had this man eating out the palm of her hand. And she took his life. Oh yeah, that's what Lulu's dealing with right now. She's dealing with the anger of a nation of single women who ain't found their knight in shining armor yet. Who don't understand. How do we know he's a knight?
And how do we really know he's shining? We see what he puts out on social media. And I believe he has a pure heart and spirit, but that doesn't mean pure can't go dark. All of us have within us the ability to go dark. The difference between us and them is whether or not we choose to ever access the switch. All of us have the ability. The same way there's good in us, there's bad. There has to be the equilibrium. This thing that we operate in could not operate if there was not both good and bad. But God provided a way of escape. And, hold on. Let's get to the way of escape sometimes came through the music. Because the music told us, never trust the big button to smile. That's kind of where we left off yesterday. Never trust the big button to smile. See, y'all music don't help y'all with nothing. Our music was kind of like a roadmap for us. It gave us instructions. I keep telling y'all. Our music gave... Hold on one second. Hold on. I started showing y'all this one on yesterday, dealing with Whitney Houston. I have nothing if I ain't got you. Out of everything that I have accumulated in my life, out of everything that I've gained, the fame, the fortune, everything that I gained, without you, I have nothing. Half of y'all would listen to that and think, oh my God, did you hear what he just said to me? He's nothing without me. He can't survive without me. Did you hear him? Oh my goodness. Whole time he plotting your demise and you don't even know it. Because you excited by words. Many of us get tripped up and get trapped because we get excited and we get turned on by words. And let us not even get to or discuss us getting turned on and excited by things. Because some of y'all, things is going to be the death of you. Because all he got to do is lay out in front of you things and you're going. But that wasn't the only one. This was another one of mine. Another favorite. Anybody out there remember this song? Drop a champagne glass or two in the chat if you remember this song. She said, I don't understand. You look just like the man in the picture by our bed. The suspense is pounding and clouding up my head. I'm checking your clothes and you wear the same size shoes. You sleep in his spot and you're driving his car. But I don't know just who you are. Basically what she trying to let bruh know, I'm married to you. We in the same relationship. I love you. I know you ought to be the individual that I'm looking at when I look you in the face. But I've gotten to the point where I don't even know who you are. I done check your clothes to make sure your clothes size didn't change. To make sure these still the clothes that I remember being in the closet. I've checked your shoe size to make sure your shoes ain't changed. You even sleep in his same spot. But I'm confused because who you? She said, there's a stranger in my house. It took a while to figure out because there's no way you could be who you say you are. You gotta be somebody else. Because he don't even he wouldn't touch me like that. He don't even treat me like you do.
He wouldn't ignore me, so I'm convinced there's a stranger in my house. I told y'all the music used to talk to us. If y'all was listening. Honey, the music gave us instructions. When we finished listening to our music, baby, it made us do a roundabout and go take a look at some things in our house. Do my house feel a little strange today? Does everything in my house feel familiar? Because if it don't, I need to do some house cleaning. She says, I'm not sure who you are. Don't see your shadow around when you walk. She said he a vampire. Ain't leaving no kisses. Goodbye with no words. If the walls could talk, they would have nothing to tell. Baby, this song is telling a story. A whole story of a life. Matter of fact, to tell you the truth, this song is telling a whole lot of y'all lives. See, this is why a lot of y'all mad at Lulu. Because Lulu went home to somebody that was head over heels in love with her. But y'all came home to somebody who y'all feeling like it's a stranger in y'all house. So now y'all mad at her. But we gonna finish that. I want us to check out for a second. Hold on, where is it? Lulu came out. And I want us to go through these messages so that you can see what she had to say. Because Lulu came out and said she tired of y'all playing in her face. Y'all done drug her name through the mud for long enough. She done tried to be silent. She done tried not to say nothing. But y'all want to keep playing with her. And she going to have to come out and say something. Because she ain't no gangster but on pusher. That's what she's saying. Y'all testing her. And she got to come out and let y'all know that y'all need to stop testing her. Because she already told y'all what y'all need to know. Allegedly. So let's look at these Instagram story shares from Miss Lulu. Uh-oh. That wasn't it. Sorry. Can y'all see that okay? I know her font a little off. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger. So it says, Natalie, I had a full conversation on the phone with you personally, giving you the truth. While I was still in Gainesville, I told you from start to finish what happened and answered every question you had for me. You ultimately ended the conversation by saying you would call me back because if I'm not mistaken, you said you needed a minute. I can't tell you anything more because there isn't anything more to share. Natalie, how you go from being one of our biggest supporters to automatically assuming the worst about me after we spoke? Why is it so impossible to believe that I had nothing to do with baby's passing? Or why is it so hard to believe that I truly don't have anything else possibly to share because I don't have any answers you are looking for? You know how much I love him and you know how much he loves me. So you have to know that I'm grieving and hurting too. Our lives revolved around each other. Each day has literally been effing hell trying to do life without him. No calls, no texts, no I love yous, nothing anymore. And I guess that's her putting the individuals at there. It says accountability can save a lot of relationships. So over here, it says, please, if you love Tyrone or value his impact on the world, give him the respect and peace he deserves. If you don't know if something is true and can't prove it, stop spreading it. My twin brother was dragged into this, even though he was over 1,000 miles away in a completely different state when everything happened. This amount of lies that has been put out by everyone is sick and insane. SN, this post is not directed to just Natalie. Multiple of baby's immediate family members and complete strangers have mentioned me in post stories and sent DMs. This is for anyone who chooses not to believe a word I'm saying but continues to ask me for the truth, the same truth they've already heard, or pass judgment when they have no idea what is even going on for real. Now, see, I told y'all, I tried to tell y'all that y'all got to be real careful. Y'all got to be careful when y'all come out and state things as fact when you don't honestly know if it's factual. That's when you start running into the territory of defamation suits. Because in all honesty, if this girl really wanted to be vindictive, let's just say she is guilty. If she still really wanted to be vindictive, she could file lawsuits on anybody that said that she was guilty, because she has not been arrested. She has not been charged. The police aren't even saying she's a person of interest. We can surmise that all day long. We can say that all day long. We can scream and shout from the mountaintops all day long that from the way everything was presented, from the statements, from the witnesses, which seemed to me to make sense, that it seems like, Lulu, if you're not guilty, you know more than you're saying you know. But again, it don't matter what we feel or what we think, because
you know that. It's not what you know, Clyde. It's what you can prove in court.
It's what they can prove in court. You better lay some evidence on the line when you're talking about going after somebody for unaliving. Do you know why? Because if you make a mistake and go after them too soon, right? And they get found innocent, you can't go after them again. It's called double jeopardy. So what do? You have to sit back and wait until all the pieces fall together. What else do? You don't get on the internet and start throwing out scenarios as facts. What else do? You don't jump on the internet and pretend to be friends of the victim and friends of the alleged suspect and come on panels throwing alleged falsified situations out there to throw doubt and to throw monkey wrenches into the investigation for the prosecutors or the detectives. Not when you say you care. Because just as much as you care about your name, baby, you should care about baby name too, right? So at what point did you come out and tell your friends to shut the hell up? You know, the ones that was running around YouTube. The so-called alleged friend that I heard about going on pages talking about he was abusive to you. You care about baby name too, right? Or is that why you called him baby? So you wouldn't have to use his name. See, this thing can go a whole bunch of different ways. And again, my question is, what was the argument about? That still hasn't come out. What was the argument about? What was it? Who chose this cabin? Who decided on this cute little remote area? Because do y'all not? We gonna get into it on another one. Let's finish. Let's finish. Because we gonna break down that. Pull up tomorrow. Make sure you please hit that like and subscribe button. Pull up tomorrow when we go live. And what we're gonna do is we gonna break down some evidence. We gonna pull it all up. We gonna do a deep dive. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it on StreamYard. So, because I usually stream at OBS and it's more technical. So tomorrow I'm gonna actually do it on StreamYard. So we can do it panel style. Lord, I'm hoping I don't regret this. I'm hoping I don't regret this, because y'all know we like having a nice, fun, bubbly show. And like I said yesterday, y'all have made this story toxic. Y'all have made it so toxic and so messy that this story really is no longer about Tyrone Davis losing his life. It's about rumors. It's about everybody else that done came out. It's about a twin brother that we don't even know whether or not he is even involved in this particular situation or not. It has become about everything and everybody except Tyrone Davis. Because everybody panel hopping. All right, you try it if you want to. You try it if you want to. So tomorrow, please pull up, hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I want to look at some evidence, because I want to show you, and I want us to have a conversation about the difference between speculation and what we can prove. There's a difference between the facts and your story based on the facts. And a lot of what we're hearing and a lot of what we're seeing is stories based on the facts, but not the facts themselves. And the problem with that only comes in when you start making those opinions of yours fact. Because do y'all not realize that the police also listen to all of this? And when y'all throw out scenarios, guess what? They got to go chase that lead. This one said that. Let me go chase this lead. This one said there's a friend who did what? Let me go chase this lead. This one said this person. I don't want nobody coming on my panel and confessing to me about nothing. No, thank you. Take that confession to who it belonged to. I'm not going to ask you no questions to incriminate you, because I don't want to be a part of your case. I don't want my name in it. I don't want my channel in it. I don't want to be a part of it at all. It's got to make you wonder why other people do. Because that, baby, that's the circus. That's the circus. She said, I'm so tired of false accusations. You all didn't hear what you wanted to hear and or didn't believe what I said, but instead of letting the detective do their job and figure out what happened, you all chose to bring it to social media like they could help. You all know Tyrone would have never in a million years wanted the details of his death, something so personal, told to the public. I was the one in Gainesville calling the city asking if their traffic cameras worked to see if those videos could give insight on what happened. I was the one asking police officers WTF happened in shock when I got back to see him on a stretcher. I was the one in the hospital trying to get him transferred to another hospital along with one of his close friends after being told he was declared brain dead, in hopes that he would gain back brain activity like so many others have done in the past. I've been trying to get answers and help baby in whatever way I could since the day he went to the hospital. Yeah, that's not what the witnesses said, but let's continue. It's like you all have made it your life's mission to say and do whatever you can to falsely incriminate me or to assassinate my character. You guys have even brought the kids into it by stating it was true that I turned off their phones. First off, I didn't share a phone account with baby. Second off, I'm not authorized on his account to even make that type of change. Thirdly, only Elijah is on his account because Tyrone initially took Chloe's phone and suspended her line back in August or September to discipline her after she got in trouble, which her mom told us both face to face she was cool with him disciplining her and completely understood. However, her mother decided to overstep Tyrone and turn on a different line for her on a different plan with another phone she previously had a few days later. Tyrone has his sister TT's Apple Watch on his plan, so I'm sure that service is off. So I wanted to turn that off too. Elijah's mom or whoever had him block my number on his phone. Chloe never wanted me or her dad to have her new number, and I am no longer speaking to Tyrone on his phone, so how the F am I supposed to know the phones are off? A simple trip to T-Mobile or calling, texting my phone could have cleared that up, but again, the family as a whole would rather think the worst of me. Common sense will tell you that the line was off, probably because of non-payment. He is no longer here to pay the bill. Let's continue. The family continues to scream, "You don't know what happened," but in the same breath have thrown out so many false accusations and opinions, giving social media into the run wild with, "We are all hurting, but you all are too selfish to see that or care." Natalie, months ago, you told me out of your own mouth that you blame me for Tyrone distancing himself from the family. My response was, how can you blame me? Tyrone is very headstrong and I can't make him do anything. And anything that he does do is because he wants to do it. Your reply was, I know, but it was easier to blame you for my cousin not wanting to come around us as much. Whether you are realizing it or not, you are doing the same thing now. Blaming me is not going to give the end result we all want, and that is bringing Tyrone back. You lost a cousin, but I lost the love of my life, best friend, soulmate. The loves are different, so I will not even try to compare them, but for the 100th time, I'm hurting too, if not more. The spreading of the false accusations and mentioning me and posting stories like you all don't have my phone number is harassment. Told y'all. Oh, Lord. And then people have the nerve to say, why isn't she screaming justice for Dro? Or if she is innocent, she should be screaming the truth. It's because that, it's because that slogan was created to incriminate me. It was attached to the very first false accusation of Lulu hitting Tyrone in the back of the head with the Hennessy bottle, which is straight BS. Okay, let me stop for a second, because I hear what she's saying, but it's throwing me off. It's throwing me off because you're right and you're wrong at the same time. And here's the reason why she's right and she's wrong at the same time. Because justice for Dro was brought out to incriminate her, but it didn't have anything to do with a Hennessy bottle. Because when they first started talking about justice for Dro, they didn't know anything about a Hennessy bottle. All they knew was he was on the side of the road, and apparently he had trauma to the back of his head. So she's telling the story, but she's skipping the story and missing the story all at the same time, without being accountable for anything at all. Because when she keeps saying, I told y'all what happened, she's clearly must be talking to the family, because she's definitely not talking to the internet, because she ain't told us nothing. We don't know which story to go with as to what was said happened to Tyrone Davis. We don't know. Because according to the family, there were several different stories. According to the family, the police aren't saying anything. Then there's the story of the witnesses. And my question is, nobody else saw this? This is why this story is stressing me out so much. Nobody else on this road saw a man laying in the middle of the street. Nobody. Not one person saw a man laying in the middle of the street. Nobody. As y'all saw, and we'll run it back when we go through the evidence on tomorrow, but as y'all saw, when we were going through the witness giving their testimony, it was consistent traffic going by, just zooming. You trying to tell me when this happened, the street was miraculously empty? Was there a detour? Was it blocked off? When are you all going to stop attacking me and just focus on grieving, as we all want for the reports to go back? How much do you expect me to take? Any of you could be in my situation because you all fuss and fight with your partners, even have crashed into your dudes' cars or tried to run them over. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I've never done that one. I've never done that one, and I'm pretty shocked that you put that in this message. It was almost like you tried to sneak it in between the quotation marks as if nobody would pay attention to it or see what you just said. Because no, I'm sorry. No, I've never tried to crash into my guy's car. You talking about with my car? With the car that I paid for with my hard-earned money? That I got to get back and forth to work and other places with? I'm going to take it and crash it on purpose? No, baby, we got to find a different way to get back. Got to get back with my car? No, I can't do that. But she put that in here. Even have crashed into your dude's car or tried to run them over. Nope, ain't never did that either, because orange is not the new black, and I would not take those chances. See, some of us have the kind of anger that don't stop, so we don't allow people to push us that way. No, I've never allowed anybody to push me far enough to see how far I would go. Or push me far enough to see if I'll be able to stop myself and come back once I've gone that far. Y'all just out here playing these games with each other just willy-nilly. Y'all out here need for speed with each other in the relationship. Real life action bumper cars on the streets. You do know they don't get back up, right? No matter what the movie tell you, 9 times out of 10, they don't get back up. But do y'all think she was low-key, like, trying to tell us something without telling us something? Drop in the comments to let me know. If y'all think that she was low-key trying to tell us something. This is crazy. This is real crazy. But y'all listen, let me take a look. I want to make sure I'm not missing nothing. No, I think that's all I had. Oh, no. There is something I want to play for y'all. So, y'all, I ran across this on social media, and I want to give shout out to this young lady as soon as I pull it up. But this is the 911 call before we get out of here. I want you to hear the 911 call, and we're going to play it again tomorrow. But I want you to hear the 911 call that came in, or the dispatch, should I say, who was talking about the 911 calls coming in about Tyrone Davis.
Southwest Archer Road. We received multiple calls in reference to a vehicle versus a pedestrian. The male subject is awake but not alert. There's road blockage in the eastbound lane. They'll be under the State Road 93 overpass on Southwest Archer Road. It's 1747 hours.
The CC3 response. Engine 9 CC3, vehicle versus pedestrian, 4100 Southwest Archer Road, 4100 Southwest Archer Road, the area of the underpass. We have law enforcement responding with us, caller passing by advising male patient injured after being hit by a sedan. Sedan versus male patient. Patients on the ground.
Okay.
Myself and Corvette 22 going head to that call.
Papa 22 and Quebec 22, 10-4.
And our male patient is laying in the middle of the roadway. Our complainant is blocking him with his vehicle. Respond.
Units responding to the 4 PI. Be advised, he's no longer conscious. It's 17:49 now.
197.
27.
Everyone, same traffic.
Oscar 1, he's got the president breathing. He's in recovery position.
Still has a pulse and he's breathing in the recovery.
Oscar 12 for 43, we're gonna have, come back. For 43, we're gonna have two eastbound lanes on Archer Road closed from the I-75 bridge.
26. Golf 1, 10-4. Sierra 6426 on vehicle versus pedestrian I-70 and Archer Road.
10-4.
10-4, thank you.
Sierra 747.
Go ahead.
We can also go ahead and 66, pending 22, or 22, I guess.
10-4.
21, W27.
10-4, 57. Oscar 12.
Yeah, my Oscar 12.
Go ahead.
EMS advising they can't advise for sure yet if it's a trauma alert. They're saying that they don't see anything life-threatening for now, but they're still transporting.
Sweet.
Oscar 12.
Go ahead.
This might be a 3 PI.
20.
Watch engine 9.
Engine 9.
Good. Update this to a trauma alert reference. Subject fell out of a moving vehicle with loss of consciousness.
Confirming Shan.
We're working that. There's a girlfriend here on scene for him, and she advised that about 5 minutes ago he got out of the car and started walking, so we're still working on that.
26.
Engine 9 CC3, trauma alert issued to Jordan. Shan.
Watch engine 9.
Now, did y'all hear that? Now, we ain't gonna break it down fully, but I need y'all to be listening. Put on them golden chapeaus. It just said. Now, I want you to pay attention to all that she just said in their messages. The police officer, remember, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. The police officer just said that she said he got out the car and was walking. So which one is it? He was walking and dropped. If he got out of the vehicle and was walking, then you would have seen him drop when you pulled off. But let's continue.
9. Quebec 22, 10-57. 10-4, 57. Electro CC3.
CC3.
Can you place this busy on the floor, reference trauma recess?
Yes, ma'am.
The 17 coming in at the underpass. Call 687. Shan social worker calling in, requesting you give her a call. A reference to a possible emergency contact for the person from the 4 p.m.
They're requesting the supervisor, or can the units that handle the call deal with that call?
I can try to give it to the unit. Channel 3.
I mean, based on mine too, if that's what she's needing, they can handle that.
Channel 3.
Yes, ma'am.
10-4. I know everybody is busy right now. The call was from day shift. It was the signal 31 at the underpass. Papa 22 and Quebec 22 are currently on a 45, and apparently they're trying to make a life or death decision, and they need to speak to someone, so they're calling in to get the information off the DO.
Oh, yeah. Stand by.
10-4.
Trying to see 28 Bravo, Romeo 5,
Alpha
Foxtrot.
Charlie said that second one didn't come back. If you want to try to give it again.
Yeah, it's Alpha Foxtrot 9, 7 Victor uniform on a gray Lexus SUV.
Alpha, not Papa 26. Both developed.
They are 5373. You still there?
Yeah, I was just about to raise you two. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking at the call notes. Is it going to be last name Davis?
That's 10-4, Tyrone Davis. I was going to ask you if the front desk unit could handle it, but you already got it.
However, he in a lifetime mystery, puzzle, whether it was an accident, then you say he stumbled out the car, then you say he jumped out of the car, you was going 25 miles, then you say he tripped on the feet as he was getting out. Accidents happen, but quit lying, Lulu. Tell us what happened to my nephew.
I love you.
I love you too.
Man, I love you. You my everything.
Oh my God. Lord, I love you, Lord.
She snapped. On our video tomorrow, I want to give her a shout out. And because I have it on here, hold on. Let me see if it's going to let me, no, because it's not even going to pull up my, my watch laters. But I'm definitely gonna give her a shout out tomorrow. Because that video was on her channel, and I love going to people pages who are like real creative, and she is so creative on her page, so I really want to give her a shout out. And she is a newer channel, and I really love boosting and uplifting and pushing and supporting smaller channels. Thank you for joining me tonight for another sip, savor, and spill, for another segment that we're going to call Empress Allegedly, because everything is alleged. The story is alleged. Y'all, I'm really starting to wonder if all these characters are AI. Like, for real, because nothing is normal anymore, and it's stressing me out. Everything feels weird, fabricated, and I don't even know. Like, tell me this story don't feel weird to you. It don't sound weird. It don't feel right. It's wrong. Just everything about it is wrong. All the cases lately have just been wrong. Just nothing about them have been, yeah, okay, I can see how that happened. No, just wrong. But we gonna get into it. Drop in the comments and let me know what you think about this. Let me know what you think about the shooting in Mardi Gras. Like I said, lock them up. All of them. I don't care how old they are. Lock them up. If you old enough and big, bad, and bold enough to pick up a gun and pull a trigger, then you big, bad, and bold enough to deal with the consequences of it. Lock them up. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. And however they got the gun, lock them up too. Lock them up. I'm sick of it. I am sick. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm tired of seeing it. Tired of seeing it. Tired of seeing it. Tired every time I turn on the TV, I'm seeing us acting a damn fool, looking a damn fool. Like all of a sudden we just uncouth. We have no manners. We have no customer service skills. We don't know how to formulate a proper sentence. We just out here just dumb. Like we don't have any education, no home training. Only damn thing we know how to do is argue, fight, and pick up a damn gun. I'm sick of it. Argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. I'm tired of it. And they're getting younger and younger and younger. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. And the problem starts with us and how we dealing with our children who are having children with no discipline. You see how that works? The oil flows from the head down. So if you dysfunctional at the top, how dysfunctional do you think dysfunctional is going to be by the time dysfunctional gets to your grandchild? And you wondering why they acting like rabid ass animals right now. The oil drips from the head down. If it's pooling at the bottom, at some point, you got to ask yourself, where's the leak at the top? That was free for you being here. Champagne Gang, thank you for joining me again. And as always, Champagne Gang, FizzFam, Confidants. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Hold up. Stop the press. If you want to support the channel, the Cash App is on the screen. It is. Or you can grab one of those memberships. I did drop them. They're only $2.99. They will help support the channel. I am not monetized yet. No. I just made my 1,000 subscribers. And right now I'm working on hitting my 4K watch hours. I'm probably because I think this month is my anniversary. So it's probably going to reset. And I got to try to hit the 4K all over again, because that's how YouTube algorithm work. But y'all, do me a favor. Grab one of those videos that you see on the channel, baby. There's over 300 and some videos in less than 2 years that I have put out. put out there. So please go grab one, grab a bunch while you at work, binge watch some. You don't have nothing to do at night, binge watch some. Help your girl get monetized and get over that hump. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, we can do our outro. Champagne Gang, FizzFam, Confidants. Always remember, if it doesn't cause you to elevate, baby, it's causing you to depreciate. Now raise those glasses, clink, and let's drink till we meet again. Ta-ta.
Quiet storm in a silk suit, baby. Pressure in my chest, turn the doubts all wavy. Time tick tick, but I move like maybe. I've been the clock hands when the beat going crazy. Champagne, New Year, pour that hope up. Bubbles in my blood when we toast up. New me, same roots, watch me glow up. Whole room screaming when we go up. Champagne, New Year, let it rain like drip from the ceiling to the daylight. Say my name, say it, make it feel right. This our time, this our highlight.
I'm the midnight sun in a blackout. Lit the whole block when I cashed out. Turn pain to confetti when I step out. Heavy scar on my skin is a map route. Shorty on my side like a seatbelt hold. Voice like smoke and her heartbeat go. She went slow motion, whole world on pause. Got curves like questions, I get lost in the cause, yeah. She whisper, baby, don't rush this climb. We gon' stack calendars, not just one time. Love like credit, we could never decline. Seal it with a sip and a baseline grind, huh?
Yeah. You know I ride when the clock can spin. I'll be your calm when the chaos set in. One more year, one more sin, and we wash it all off when the countdown begins. Champagne, New Year, pour that hope up.